What's going on, guys? I'm here for you with a very exciting unboxing. Here I have, as you can see, the iPad dock, but you're like, whoa, you don't have an iPad. So what do I say to that? Well, I not only have an iPad dock, I have a smart cover. Now you might be like, well, you can't really use an iPad dock with a smart cover, so what's your game here? Like, you think you're funny or something? But in reality, I have the new iPad. This was made possible by probably the best girlfriend anybody could ever hope to have. And this is the 32 gig model iPad 3rd generation, obviously with that gorgeous 2048 by 1536 Retina display, if I'm correct on that. But without wasting more time, I'm very excited to get into this box, so let's just go ahead and get to it. Got my handy dandy schmandy scissors, and we're just gonna cut into this plastic like so. And off comes the plastic, and I assume this is just going to be like 98% of all Apple's products, and this is just going to slide up. Alright, now this is the moment of truth right here. If this is empty, I'm going to have a pretty angry customer complaint. Ooh, and there she is. Here's the box. No padding like used to be in previous Apple products. Of course, Apple's genius unboxing methods here with the little plastic tab. And here you go. Here's the white 32 gigabyte iPad, the new iPad rather. I've never held an iPad 2 like outside of Best Buy, so I can't really confirm like a huge weight difference or thickness difference, but we're putting that off to the side for now. Further in the box here, we have the wall charger, very standard of Apple. Of course, that can come out for other countries. And of course, as in every other product, this was designed by Apple in California, Cupertino to be precise. Opening this up, you have like the typical Apple, fingertips with the Apple stickers, which is amazing. Definitely could. You never have enough Apple stickers. It's just impossible. And of course, you get the standard 30-pin connector to USB, as you can see right now. So now let's get back to the star of the show. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, we still have other stuff to unbox, such as this polyurethane smart cover. So we're going to break out the handy dandy schmandy scissors once again, cut into this here. Well, upon further investigation, it figures Apple was always just one step ahead of the game, and there's a pretty easy, convenient tab here. So we're simply just going to pull that, and then we can simply push up and out, and it opens sort of like a book. Alright, and we have two nice little plastic tabs right now. And here's the smart cover. Nice padding on the back, so I'll just use as magnets. Very interesting the way it folds. I've always liked the smart cover design. I think Steve Jobs hit the nail on the head with just, a nice simple little case like this. So anyway, moving that aside, and one last item while I get this garbage out of here. I'll leave the smart cover. So here we have the iPad dock, which is very nice just for propping it up at your computer while it's syncing. So we're just going to open it from the bottom here. Alright, I apologize if my hands are a little bit green. I had to turn into like the Hulk just to open this thing. But we are now in. So there's the back of the dock. There's probably a better way to open that, but that's just how we roll here. So here we have the iPad dock. Very nice, very simple, very Apple-like, if you will. iPad 2 dock with some instructions that I'm definitely going to read right after this video. It's really important stuff here. And I read German too, so definitely a must. But so, bringing the iPad back into the picture. This has been an unboxing. I think we'll do a first boot. I'm sure Apple has given us some juice. So we'll simply hold down that. And we now have an Apple logo. So now we can take the plastic off while that boots up. Right. Plastic has now been removed. And now we are simply waiting for it to boot. iPad. Alright, the typical Apple slider with all the different blinking languages. Alright, English, I'm going to continue to set this up and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so now we have this thing all set up, and all I can say is that this screen is absolutely amazing. Like, it looks fake. I mean, everything just pops so good. I mean, it seriously just looks like I'm holding like a glossy picture right here. It's absolutely ridiculous, the resolution of this screen. Very fast accelerometer. Everything's synced up with iCloud, so all my contacts and everything are already here. Very, very nice experience. Typical Apple, I guess you could say. So I'm going to simply apply the smart cover. You can hear the iPad gone to bed, and that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, you can look forward to much more content on this stuff. I'm at CPU Kid on Twitter. Feel free to check me out there. Please like this video. Give it a huge old thumbs up down there in the corner somewhere. Always helps me out. And before I ramble anymore, thank you guys for watching. I need to go play with this thing.